Welcome everybody to a new series of Fate, the Traitor Soul, which in my opinion is probably the best out of the trilogy. I mean, tetralogy, the four, because there's a fourth one, but that literally has one. I mean, it has multiple dungeons, but it's a completely new area, and it has some flaws to it, and a lot of bugs, and it doesn't have growth. So this has the two fancy areas, a champion, like really high level kind of thing, and then you can also just go back to the roots of normal Fate and adventure there. Granted, I mean, to do the retiring thing, you do have to complete these two quest lines and also that quest line, and then another quest, the finishing quest with this person. But on to the more pertinent stuff. We will go adventuring here because that is way more difficult. Actually, no, this place gives more XP. So I'm going for the more XP. This place is also insanely difficult, and by insanely difficult, I mean pretty difficult. It's not impossible, but you know, nothing really is impossible with this game because it's just like, things are meant to be fun, to, you know, to be enjoyed, and, you know, just gonna go through it.
You have received the task.
Also, usually I end up trying for like 3 quests of the same level, and then, you know, of each level as well. But this time I'm just gonna pick up 3 quests.
You have received the quest.
Yes, they're all level 2 this time. I'm just gonna pick up 3 quests, get those done, and then, you know, once I've got those done, pick up some more. Kind of simple as that in a sense. So I'm not just like super slowly going through this all. I'm gonna not really speedrun it, definitely not speedrun it, but you know, I'm going to go at an adequate pace, I guess. Ooh, I need to put that on. Yeah, you use this item. No. Sorry, just having technical difficulties on the other side. Okay. I kind of don't like that it's backspace to switch weapons. Also, oh my god, I forgot how long that takes for casting spells, because the last time I played, well, one was a while ago, but also was with I had a spellcaster, so they had a lot of battle casting ability, which is their spell casting, which just increases how fast they cast spells. So, ooh, look, we already got our first legendary. I can tell. Well, okay, correction. If I can kill said enemy, we have our first legendary. No. Move. I can tell just from the glow, because I've gotten so many of these that get light sword. I didn't think it'd be a lightsaber at this point. We already have a legendary. Boom. 50% more damage down. You know, the funny thing though, that actually works really well. I think I'll do dual swords. But that like works really well with even if you just slap that like onto your offhand and then have an uber weapon in your main hand, it works really well because it's a global boost. It's not just like, oh, okay, you got 50% more damage for this pitiful weapon. It's 50% more damage overall, which truthfully, when I have 2 weapons of the same type,
your health is dangerously low.
I swear, I will not die. Okay, I did not die. I couldn't drink a potion because kind of embarrassing if I died on the first floor. Also, so these are the things that give a ton of XP. Granted, they can also do a lot of damage. So, yeah, no. Yeah, that projectile in particular does a lot. Stab.
You have gained in experience.
So, basically what my plan is, I'm going to do
you have gained in experience
like a dual class or dual wielding and archer kind of setup. Did I get 2 levels? I got 2 levels. When did I get my first one? I guess those really do give a ton of XP. I wasn't actually expecting that. I was just like, oh yeah, they give a lot of XP. I know this. I didn't realize it was that much though. Okay. Well. Yeah, I think for now I'm just gonna put into some dual wielding for a little bit. I'm not sure if I want to go dual spear or dual sword. I like using dual spears. It's quite fun. Okay, those are slashing damage. Okay, so my bows are going to be piercing, so I'll go swords, because otherwise it's piercing or piercing, so it's good to vary up your weapon types, damage types, even though usually I usually end up just having one type of weapon, not even a backup, but just, yep, I use this. That's down. And speed.
You are poisoned.
Yeah, I was dang it.
You are poisoned.
Luckily at this level it doesn't last. I think what it is, I think the poison duration is it's like 1 second per level, and they're 5th level. Ooh, that's a back armor. Yes, I know it's a shield, but that's back armor. Yep, back armor. That is back armor. Oops, didn't need to sell that one. But oh well, doesn't matter too much. I wasn't planning on making a short sword into an epic weapon anyway. Okay. Now I can have you sell. Yeah. Yeah, another short sword. Yeah, so, but I'm gonna try and like switch back and forth between things. Not tactically, just kind of whenever I feel like it. Because, you know, it's like I can. Especially, try range for them. Oh, I see that. So I have actually played this game a ton. I did play this one a ton as well, but did I get shot? Did I get shot? Okay, no, that was just me firing that way for some odd reason. Oops, oops, it is. Okay, so 10. Yeah, I'll end up pumping that up to 20 before deciding. Yeah. Like, to be honest, I don't need much magic. Also, that's a loot room. That's 100% a loot room. But actually, let me pop over this way. It gets. That's the other thing. The 4th one, it does not have gets. It has some other person. It's like, get out the way. This is gets territory. It's like, I feel like they ended up. I mean, I don't know much of what would have happened, but it just feels like they they lost like the licenses to Fate and then regained it a bit, but only like parts of it because there's so much stuff that's just different. Yeah, it's like it's the same idea, but it's just like it does not feel like it's in the Fate world. Well, I'll get a fishing pole. Fishing poles are very useful because that you can make a lot of money off of fishing.
You have sprung the trap.
Especially if you get some, well, especially on legendary, which I am on, because the rare or chance to find magic items is jacked up through the roof in a legend. Like you are going to bound to find artifacts, legendaries, whatever they're wanting to be called. And it is crazy. It's also amazing. Well, that is not. That is a cursed sword. That is something you don't want to equip. But yeah, so it's like fishing. Fishing already has like a higher chance to find legendaries, especially if you're fishing in the dungeon. I mean, granted, I have no facts to really back that up. Just I've noticed getting so many more legendaries and also higher level, more powerful legendaries in the dungeon than I have in town. Granted, I have actually gotten some real. That's the right button. I've gotten some really good legendaries from town as well. Like they're not as useful. Sometimes the dungeon ones are not ones that you would actually end up needing, where the ones in town usually are very general, like any kind of class or character is able to use it and use it well. So the dungeon ones are end up being a bit more equipment heavy and just like, oh yeah, have this gear. Well, I don't want to backtrack all that way for minimal loot, so let's head downstairs. Your
pet has fled.
Now, okay, kill this thing. And kill this one. Okay. The downside with having quests as well is they will introduce nasty enemies if you're not already fighting some random ones. It's actually I've had one level where I've had all three like quests. Like I mean they're on the same level obviously, but like they end up being in the exact same area. And like so then they're like all boss like one. They're all boss battle, and then like there was two more rares that just like were randomly there as well. It's like the chances of this are insane. Man.
Your pet is fleeing.
Where is that goblin going? It was just like nah. Ouch. It's not good at all. Yeah, that goblin. No. Oh, that's actually what I should do. Is put some points into the crit. Yeah, crit skill. Cause crits are amazing. Hey, you're way faster than you should be. Actually, technically not, but I think the pet version is super slow. Stop. You know, I probably should heal, but I'm not, because I'm Okay, I'll use that one. It's very minor potions, just in general, have always been kind of useless. It's one of those things like, oh yeah. You know what's funny? I actually have never I have never seen
Your pet is fleeing.
I've never seen a small little pool like this with 2 outcroppings in the corner. And I've played a lot of this game with a lot of different variations. This is the first time I've actually seen it like that, which is kind of funny. Speed is king. Nope, 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 nope,
Your
nope.
pet has fled.
Nope, 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 nope. That's a boss. And also with a lightning ability that I know is way more powerful than even if I was at full health. So, I'll be shooting it from afar. Yay. I do like how the projectiles are indeed, like, in some sense, a hit scan weapon. Because you don't, I guess actually all of them are technically like that. It just with melee, it's really hard to, that is odd. Okay, so that's another time where it just decides, I'm wondering what's causing it to aim that way. Well, actually, it might just be my mouse. Because I have a Bluetooth mouse. And, oh, that's cool. Is that another light sword I see? No, that's a lightsaber. I love the mushrooms or whatever they're actually called. Because they're just fun. Oh, sweet.
You are poisoned.
No.
Your health is dangerously low. You have been poisoned.
Yes, I know I could have moved.
You have been poisoned.
Okay, the poison is not too long.
You have been poisoned.
So I should be able to be okay with it.
You have been poisoned.
Come on. Good. Snap.
You are poisoned.
Yay! Okay, I did it. Did
You
it.
have completed a quest.
Did it. Now for the lightsaber. I want a lightsaber. No. I can't believe we got a light sword and then I'm pretty sure. Okay, no, that's just another lightsaber. Or light sword. Eh. Well, now, already dual wielding artifacts. Wah wah. Da da. Da 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 da. Really, another one? Okay, I really wasn't expecting the exact same kind of boss. What? Smack, 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 smack. Okay, you just gotta get smack, smack, smack. Yay!
You have gained in
I
experience.
don't know why. It's like I defeated one of those bosses and then another one spawns. It's like, what? Luckily. Also, if you haven't played before, the bosses basically, I mean, random stats obviously, and then they also come with usually a random spell or two. And yeah, it's just kind of, it's fun like that. Because it's, you never know what you're going to deal with. More health. More health never hurts. Okay. So the funny, oh actually no, those are useless. But there's another one with stamina recovery, which can be good.
A new spell has been learned.
Fireball is always a decent ability. Doesn't matter what game you're in. Like Fireball is a decent, good ability. Yeah, so these guys stun, and it's super annoying because then you actually go like the speed a snail should be going normally. So lots of fun. I actually had one. I had one character who it was really fun, but then it's like, yeah, I'm getting too powerful. But I had an amulet that I passed down like a million times. Which actually, okay, see, I'll finish my current story before starting another. But it was passed out like a million times, so it was super buffed up. And there's a movement speed, and it was just like 300% more movement speed or something. So I was just with that, and then also on top of that, having just haste. I was just zipping around everywhere. But yeah, so that's the other. That's like the other issue though with the fourth one is sometimes they would just crash. Like for no reason, it would just crash when I'm trying to make a new character. That's actually a really good. That's a really good robe because it's all percentage based right now, and it's not even just 1%. Sorry. It's it's actually a good amount. That that's actually this it's like I'm gonna be a mage. It's like, yes, I am everything. I look like a mage, I wield swords, and I wield a bow. No, I don't cast magic. I can't believe just how my run away. Boat time. Okay. Shoot the enemy. The other thing I like about swords is they're just fast. Like I always like fast weapons. Then again, I did actually make one character for polearms because I was like, you know what? I never use them because they're terrible. So I decided to play one or make a character with one. And it actually was pretty fun.
Your health is dangerously low.
Yep, I know. I'm almost dead. I should probably get a heal spell. That would be a good idea. But I'm not known for good ideas. I am known for content. I'm just kidding. I'm not even known in general. But hey, I mean, if you're listening to this, then either you're me, because I do that. I listen to my own videos because I find them interesting at times. So it's like at least I'm passing my own comedy check. I don't know if that's a good or bad thing. But also because sometimes I'm just like, I don't know what to watch. I'll just watch myself. But unless, so that really handled it. But,
The quest
if you're not me, which is probably everyone, most of the people, well, I'd hope most of the people who are watching this are not me, then obviously if you enjoy my content or know about me, and well, hopefully you are enjoying, because I really don't want to make you watch something you do not enjoy.
You are overburdened.
Because that would be really rude to me. It's like, I mean, I know some of my friends probably will watch these, but it's like you don't have to if you don't enjoy it. It's like if I'm bad, just tell me. I'll try and get better. But granted, if I can figure out what I'm doing terribly, I mean, other than just everything. Oh yeah. This morning was really catching up with me now. I got up like super early, which is just an hour earlier than I normally get up, but it feels super early. But I went to exercise and went for a run. Actually ran for about an hour, so that's probably the most I've ever run in one time in the history of ever. So, I mean, I guess I'm doing fairly good starting off. Just I should pay attention. You know, something. Boxers. Stab. Whoops.
You have died.
I should have healed.
The choice is made.
Do. And we are back here. Yes, good. Actually didn't take too
Your
long.
pet has increased in power.
Still,
Your health is failing. You have died.
Okay then. Wow. Well, you know what? I'll be back later, but I'm gonna call that an episode. So I hope you have enjoyed up to this point. I'll be back with better stuff, I hope. So, but oh well. Well, have a good time, everyone. I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye.